I'm here at the new Ducati showroom in KL. They are known as Madani Bikes. This is the place which I usually come for servicing my motorcycle. Great place to come visit. I'm going to do a walk around of a couple of motorcycles which is in my bucket list. So stick around. So this is a new DesertX. Let's do a quick walk around the DesertX. This is Ducati's new take on the adventure segment. Back in the 90s, Cagiva won the Paris-Dakar Rally with a motorcycle called as Elephant, and that motorcycle had the twin circle headlamps, the retro mirrors, the tank and the body almost looked alike in the old Cagiva model. So this is reminiscent of the old Cagiva. I think at that point of time Ducati was owned by Cagiva. So this color scheme is called as matte satin gray, and it's a 3000 ringgit extra, which Ducati says that it's inspired by Audi RSQ e-tron, which is Audi's fully electric RS vehicle which completed the Paris-Dakar Rally recently. It has got the steel tubular trellis frame. This one has the L-twin Tesla Strata engine, produces 111 horsepower at around 9000 rpm, and it produces about 96 newton meters of torque as low as 6200 rpm. Engine is about 1.7 kilograms lighter compared to the previous generation, so that's an improvement on the engine. It has a dry weight of 202 kilograms without the fluids, and it has a wet weight of 223 kilograms with all the fluid. So is this towards on the heavier side? Yeah, it's a little bit on the heavier side, but with everything which is put together, I think it doesn't feel as heavy as it looks. Over here it has got the adventure foot pegs. This is more wider. In nature you can remove the rubber and make it adventure ready. The brake pedal, it's adventure ready already, but you can adjust it depending upon your preference. You pull it, turn it and release it, and depending upon your preference you can tend to adjust this around. Now this engine guard is metal, but if you're planning to really take it off-road, you definitely have to get the engine guard which is offered by Ducati. That will cost you extra. This has a ground clearance of 250 millimeter, so that's quite good, and that's needed especially because this is an adventure motorcycle. It's Kayaba forks. It's 46 millimeter in diameter. It's fully adjustable. It's an upside down fork with 230 millimeters of travel, and that's required because this is meant for off-road usage and long travel. So 21-inch wheels in the front. It's got cross-spoked wheels, and it's wrapped around with Pirelli Scorpion Rally STR tires, and this is 80% on-road and 20% off-road tires, and these are tubeless tires. That's definitely good on the Ducati's part to get this one for their adventure motorcycle. The twin discs are 320 millimeters in diameter, and it's a Brembo M50 monoblock radially mounted 4-piston calipers. So whatever you see on this motorcycle is standard. So it comes with the radiator guard. It doesn't have an engine head guard. A buyer will have to probably get an engine head guard as a part of an accessory. And in the front it's got LED lights. These are the two DRLs, or daytime running lights, but the headlights are LED. When you are getting this motorcycle road ready, and if you are planning to take it off-road, make sure you have a mesh grille to protect the sensitive headlight. You can buy that as an accessory. The indicator sticks out. I'm not really a fan of indicator sticking out, but it is what it is. Coming on to this side, this does not have a metal hand guard. You have to buy the crash guard, the water pump guard, and all the accessories which you need to protect the bike from a fall or a drop. Now you can see that The quick shifter comes as standard on this one, up and down quick shifter standard, and it's got wider foot pegs for you to enable standing and riding this, and you can remove the rubber and make it full adventure on. The same applies for the rear foot peg too. The rear shock on this motorcycle is also Kayaba, and it has got about 220 millimeters of travel, and it's fully adjustable. And coming back over here, it's a chain drive, and it's got 15 sprockets in the front and 49 sprockets at the rear, and it's a double-sided swing arm, and the wheel is 18 inches and it's wrapped around by Pirelli Scorpion Rally STR tires, and it's also spoke wheels at the back, which is really great, help you with all the off-road which you ever want to do. Rally Scorpion STR, this is great for mostly on-road, 80% on-road and 20% off-road. That's at the rear. On this side, this is how the tail lamp look like. This is the part which illuminates. You got two indicators at the back, mud guard, and a handle to hold on for the rail passenger. So it's an 18-inch wheel with Pirelli Scorpion Rally STR wrapped around it. Again, it's spoke wheels. It is cross spokes where the spokes are coming out towards the side of the rim. So that's really good. And on this side, it's got a Brembo 2-piston 265 mm single disc and double swing arm, and the silencer is from Ducati. Ducati will let you buy an auxiliary fuel tank which has a capacity of 8 liters. That comes over on this side as well as this side of the motorcycle. Again, that comes as an accessory. The fuel tank on this one is 21 liters. That's really good for an off-road motorcycle. I have a hypermotor that has around 14.5 liters. So in this motorcycle, the main fuel tank is 21 liters, and if you want to put an auxiliary fuel tank of about 8 more liters, that gives you about 29 liters of fuel. That's plenty for you to travel around in any part of the globe. For this model, the steering damper comes in as standard. So everything on the motorcycle is standard. The steering damper comes in as standard, and this is a retro touch to this motorcycle. The round mirror is a retro touch to this motorcycle, and I strongly believe this is inspired from the Kagiwa motorcycle which I initially talked about. Okay, let's talk a little bit on the seat. The seat height on this motorcycle is 875 millimeters as standard, but you can get taller seat with a height of 890 millimeters, and if you want a shorter seat height, a seat height of 860 millimeters is also available for to purchase. But if you are again vertically challenged and you really want to get this, there is a even shorter seat height of 845 millimeter with lower suspension settings. So there is multiple configurations available which enables this motorcycle rideable for a variety of users. So let's talk about the dash. It's a vertically mounted 5-inch TFT dash, and this cluster is lifted from Multistrada V2. It's really easy for you to operate. It cannot get any easier than this one. It's a hydraulic assisted clutch. Now let's talk a little bit on the riding modes on this motorcycle. There are 6 riding modes on this motorcycle. It's got 4 on-road riding modes and 2 off-road riding modes. The on-road riding modes are Sport, Touring, Urban and Wet, and the off-road riding modes are Enduro as well as Rally. Are the 4 riding modes for the road is really required? It's not. Can you configure a Wet from the settings which is available? Yes, you can, but Ducati anyway provided you with 6 riding modes. And on the 2 off-road riding modes, which is Rally and Enduro. Rally is for more of the experienced rider who will have less system interferences, while as the Enduro mode is for probably less experienced rider which will have the assistance of the systems. Enduro is with the reduced power. The Rally, it has a full power and it has less interference from the electronics of the motorcycle. When you're doing the Rally as well as the Enduro modes, you can shut down the ABS, and that will help you have more fun on this motorcycle if you're an experienced rider. That's a wrap on the walk around of Ducati DesertX. Hopefully you guys liked it, and thank you for watching.